Hi, I'm Kaylee Rossing, and you're watching Tennis Ninja TV.
Aloha guys, welcome back to Tennis Ninja TV. I'm your host Shane Cashin, the Tennis Ninja guys, and we have a special guest, as you just saw. He's a son of a very well-known tennis player in this island, Henry Somverille. He's currently a senior at Iolani School, guys. Say hello to Andrew Somerville.
What is up?
What's up, dude? Gosh, I see you've been busy. You've been learning guitar, huh?
I've had it for like about a week now, and that's like the one thing keeping me sane.
Andrew, man, what else have you been up to since this break from tennis and now coming back into tennis?
Well, I've been trying to play like I would say almost every single day as much as I can. I've been practicing a little bit with various juniors I can find out here in Kailua. So yeah, it's been great. I've been practicing with my dad too.
Andrew, just not many people know your story as a junior, but a lot of people have seen you out on the court for years since your dad has brought you on the court as well. But Andrew, I got to know the question from you that all these other juniors, I'm sure, where they start. What's the interest in tennis? What all of a sudden made you pick up a racket?
Well, believe it or not, I was actually a big time golfer. Like golf was my life back when I was really young, but it just got way too boring, man. I mean, it was almost painful. I was a top junior too in the golf circuit, but I just didn't want that. I didn't want that life. Just grinding it out in the course, doing the same exact thing over and over and over and over. Waiting an eternity to hit the next ball, it just didn't suit my life. So I decided to go to tennis, which was my second sport at the time, and I've been here ever since.
I'm guessing probably your dad even had a bit of you playing tennis, huh?
Yeah. Well, he actually really didn't want me to play tennis because the father-son kind of thing can get a little dicey sometimes. So he had me playing 6 different sports. I had to play soccer, basketball, golf, baseball. What else I did? Swimming. And I did horseback riding too. I mean, it was insane. Tennis is just, I guess, where it led me.
How exactly did Andrew get started playing tennis competitively or even taking lessons?
Well, I actually started on this little circuit that many of you probably have not heard of because it kind of went away after a while. But I started on the Little Mo circuit. We had there was an internationals, there was a regionals, and there was like one for our state. And I remember playing those all the time. And the rule is that if you get into the semifinals, you advance into like your regionals, your nationals, your internationals. And the draw was so small that I was already into the semifinals just at the beginning. So I never won a match on the Little Mo circuit, but I made it all the way to internationals just by losing because the draw was so small. I was in the semis this is an entry, and actually not. It was only a final round in Hawaii. It was just me and this other guy in the internationals. I lost to I lost to an Indian guy in the first round, and then I lost to a Russian guy in the consolation.
Well, take us through your Hawaii tournament experience and your Hawaii leagues. I mean, playing around the island, Andrew. What was that like as a young kid? No.
Well, before I played USTA, this is right after Little Mo. My dad made a circuit he called the Oahu Club Junior Challenger. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was called, and that was huge. We get all the Oahu Club kids. We get some kids from all over the island that were young. We even got some guy from Seattle that came out one time. Probably monthly tournaments. We just have one tournament a month, and everyone would train for them at the tennis academy down there, and we'd all play those, and it was really fun. Like many of you guys out there, I started with Pearl Harbor tournaments with Auntie Jane. She wants great tournaments out there. I've had great experiences growing up with those tournaments. I remember playing Genki Kanamatsu there, going 3 sets with him. That was back when there was no third set tiebreaker. It was 3 full sets.
Oh, woo!
You can imagine that as a 10-year-old playing 3 sets down at sub base. That was terrible. But I also I was able to experience a higher level. Like I remember playing Kailua Lam out there. That was fun, even though I got like 2 games. Actually, what was it? 0-0? Those are great experiences. And then I moved on to playing the DTs. Started with the Hawaii State Junior Champs. Just kept moving up the ranks, and at the age of 10, I made my first zone. It was really cool. I mean, I was on fire. I thought nothing could stop me, and then I go out to Arizona, and I get killed by NorCal every single team. I didn't win a match. I remember like the first match I played, I got bageled, and I was like, "What the hell was happening? There's no how do I get bageled?" But I did have a good match against NorCal. I remember going, I think it might have been 3 sets with the guy. It was either that or I just played him really close. But that really opened my eyes to the fact that I could probably take this to distance. I mean, I'm 10 years old. I'm competing with these top 12-year-olds in the nation, and it just felt great. So I went back home, started training again, and really just set my sights on the sky.
You know, I think you were only 12 at the time. You end up playing the tournament, which is the tournament in Hawaii, which is the men's night doubles at Kailua Racquet Club, with your dad, out of all people, as doubles partners. Tell us about the night doubles experience in particular, because that's where I met you.
Yeah, the night doubles has got to be my favorite tournament in Hawaii, like of all time. That's like if you think of the Grand Slams on the Pro Tour, that's basically Hawaii's Grand Slam. I mean, there's no experience like it. The atmosphere is just popping. You go in there, you're playing at night. You're playing against some of the most competitive people on the island.
What was that like, playing with your dad that one year?
That was an experience unto itself, man. It was like that was incredible. Being able to play under the lights, my dad, and really just like feeling all that energy rush through me, all that adrenaline come into my veins, and I just started playing out of my mind. The night doubles has got to be the one tournament, and still to this day, where I always play good, and it's no other tournament is like that. I always just bring. Yeah, that experience is crazy. I remember looking back at the film that you shot of our first match, and watching it, be like, man, I made that shot. How the heck? and being correct me if I'm wrong. I think I'm still the youngest player to this day to win a match at the night doubles.
I think so. We'll have to check the archives, but I think that's true. You were like 12, I think, at the time. What was it like getting to play side by side with your dad under the lights?
Oh, it was really cool. And after the match, he said that I completely carried him, and I was like, no way. But he swears that I carried him.
Let's check that off here, guys. He's not even 13 yet. He's played international guys from different countries. He's played the best in the nation. He's played the men's night doubles. I mean, I was 13 when I started playing tennis, to give you guys a date. But, you know, that's a good segue, Andrew, into high school tennis, because that was next for you, right? Eventually, from previous tournament experiences to a team atmosphere where you play with your school. What's that been like?
The team aspect has got to be one of the best things about the sport right now. I mean, it's really refreshing to have a team, because throughout your whole career, basically up until high school, you're all alone. It's just you. You're a one-man team. You're fighting for yourself, and the team environment really just brings that sort of brotherhood into the game. I mean, people are fighting with you for the same cause. You're all building each other up. I mean, it's an experience that nobody should miss out on.
What was it like, actually, in the middle of your season, getting shut down really with everything, not being able to finish or even go to school for that matter? What was that like, Andrew?
We had we had a really strong team this year. probably I'd say like 99% sure we would have been state champs. It was really a bummer that it ended early. Um, really would have liked that opportunity to finish out the season with all these seniors, which is basically the muscle of our team for like the last year. But unfortunate, we're not able to get that four-peat right now.
What was it like going from in class to homeschool?
I hated it. I mean, being at home all day, it sounds like it's not that bad, but it's absolutely terrible. Nobody likes it. You're not able to see your friends. You're not able to physically go to class. You can't ask the teachers questions like you normally would. It's just you that's like having a pseudo connection with everyone else through an iPad. I would not want to ever do that again.
Do you have any thoughts going into senior year?
So my plans for senior year, pretty straightforward. I'm just doing my classes as normal. I'm only taking one AP, and it's AP European history. Other than that, nothing really special. And the tennis side, really nothing special either. I'm just practicing some more, getting prepared for season as always. Trying to play all the tournaments I can if the tournaments ever happen. Basically training for college, just training as normal.
Wow, so you are looking towards maybe college tennis in the future, huh? Is there anywhere you're particularly looking to play?
Not really at the moment. I'm just kind of browsing my options right now. I'm looking for basically any college that's located next to a flight school or has a flight school inside of it. I'm looking at going to aviation.
Wow, awesome. What made you want to get into flying?
I don't know. I mean, just about 2 years ago, I was like, you know what? I want to fly airplanes. And I was like, where did that come from? I said, no. But yeah, it just hit me. And I was like, and I looked into it and I was like, man, it's a pretty sick career. So,
Well, Andrew, we've reached that time, buddy, where it's rapid fire time. So I'll ask you some questions and keep the answers short and quick. I'll bang out next question and we'll have some fun here. So you ready to go?
that's right. I'm ready to go.
All right. Andrew, favorite color?
Olive green.
Olive green. Particular. I like it. Favorite music artist?
I don't know. I'm listening to a lot of Travis Scott right now. I kind of like him, but at the same time, I should have picked up guitar. I'm listening to more of the little like classic rock and stuff like that.
Role model growing up? Who is your role model?
Rafa Nadal.
Rafa Nadal. Excellent player. Scrapper. Racket of choice. What's your current racket?
Now I'm not so sure about that because I'm kind of changing my forehand back to what it used to be. So I'm just going back to my forget what my racket is called. The baby blue head racket. Yeah, the instinct.
Favorite movie? What's your favorite movie?
Part 2.
Most memorable Hawaii tennis experience?
Men's night doubles, my first year.
Oh man, we'll have to get a video up on that, guys. I have that. Favorite hair product?
Recently, I just went to a barber and he recommended that I actually use hair product now. So I don't know, I'm using like something that says it's from like Holland. It's like made in Holland. I don't know what it is. I know it's like pomade and like some liquid, but
Pomade, yeah. Oh yeah, I've used that before. That's good stuff. Favorite tennis courts in Hawaii? Where do you like to go hit?
well, it's got to be close competition between the center club at the Kailua Racquet Club, the center court there, or that one at the Mount Iolani in the Big Islands. Actually, if you go online, you'll find out that it's on like the top 20 tennis courts to play on in the entire world. That's pretty cool.
Favorite beach?
Kailua Beach Park.
Favorite place to eat?
I don't know. When I'm feeling ramen, I like Gomate. I like that place.
Yeah? I can see the word ramen on your shirt. Is it fine?
Ivan ramen. If I could go there, I would go back. But I have to make a flight to New York every time.
Awesome. Hawaii clothing of choice.
I like Red Spooner Aloha shirts. That's like that's my favorite local brand.
Singles or doubles? What does Andrew like?
Doubles. I'm sorry, coach. I like doubles.
Forehand or backhand? What do you prefer?
I kind of like my backhand. It's a little more steady.
Favorite pro tennis player?
Still Potro, but I don't know if he's ever gonna come back.
Del Potro or Rafa, right? If you could give a tip to an aspiring tennis player or total beginner who's a junior or any age, Andrew, what would you tell them?
I don't even have to think to answer that one. I would say make the most of every single experience that you get, no matter how small. I've been fortunate enough to have the opportunity to train with the former UH tennis coach John Nelson, who really touched up my backhand a bit and made it the weapon it is today. I cannot thank him enough, but I only had I would say 2 or 3 days with him, and by making the most of that, I was able to implement everything he said to me to change my game for the better. Just those 2 or 3 days. I also a few years ago I had the opportunity to train with a multiple Grand Slam champion Rick Leach.
Wow.
Who, I only worked with him for 2 hours, but what he taught me really changed my volleys for the rest of my life. He basically re-taught me how to hit a volley, and from those 2 hours, I was able to gather more than I could have learned in 10 years, just by listening to his knowledge, trying my best to implement it into my game, and just making the most of every second I was there. So don't squander your experiences. Listen to everything every coach has to say. It doesn't mean you have to implement it, but if you listen to that, listen to all that, listen to all, try to capture as much wisdom you can from anybody that you encounter, and you can use all those experiences to make you a better player.
Andrew, you do have the floor now. Is there anything you'd like to say to the Hawaii tennis community?
Whatever your goal is, put in the work that you need to get there, and you will. You won't be surprised because you'll have those hours behind you, no matter how big or how small that goal is. Like I said, you could be striving to be number one in the world. You could just want to play intramural college tennis. But either way, you put in the work there and you'll get there. It's simple as that. Input, output. I hate math. I know input, output, and graphs and stuff. It makes me sick, but it does work. Put in the work and you get there. Simple as that.
Is there anybody you'd like to say thank you to or say hi to your teammates out there or anything?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out to all my teammates, man. I love you guys. You guys made the sport fun. Having that sense of brotherhood for all my years of high school tennis, that's been great. I'd like to give a shout out to all the coaches that helped me throughout my entire career so far, and I'd like to give a shout out to my dad, who is my biggest fan, biggest coach. I don't know what I would do without him.
Andrew, thanks again for joining us today on Tennis Ninja TV. Guys, thank you for tuning in to watch this interview, and I hope you guys had a great time with our first ever junior guest. Andrew, I really wish you the best, guys. I hope to see you on the court again soon. Like, comment, subscribe, guys, and let us know what you want to see next. Until next time, God bless. Be safe, guys. See you on the court. Laters.
All right. Let's
Cool.
go.